So as you may recall, back in August, we did a little MVP face-to-face with Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, and it broke the internet. And so as you know, Saturday, December 18th, Showtime pay-per-view, they're doing it again, they're running it back, so you know we have to do another one of these. And let me tell you, sometimes in movies, the sequels aren't as good as the first one. This sequel will be better than the first one. Well, how about this? We are back. A little over 3 months after Cleveland, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley II, another MVP face-to-face. Ariel Helwani here in between these guys. I don't think many people thought we would do this again. The first one was very entertaining. How about we do it one more time, fellas?
Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Why not? Run it back. He got the tattoo, and it was a massive pay-per-view. And I have respect for Tyron, and it was a good fight, so I think there's still unanswered questions.
There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to ask. I do want to let everyone know that, of course, we are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. We got to show some love. They are the official sports betting partner of the highly anticipated Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley II fight. And how about this promotion, guys? They're asking people to bet $1. If you bet $1 on either one of you landing a punch, a single punch in this 8-round fight, you can win $100. How about that? That's a tremendous promotion.
It's just giving away $100.
Just like that, one punch. That's all that has to happen. And if you're not living in a sportsbook state, you can join the Paul versus Woodley II pool and win up to $25,000. All you have to do when you sign up, use the code GLOVES, and they will hook you up. Shout out to the good folks over at DraftKings Sportsbook. By the way, he mentioned the tattoo. Can we have visual evidence of it? Where's it at?
What's left, man?
Oh no! Wait, show it to the camera.
It's fading away like.
What kind? Can you show
like
it to the
he's
camera?
lining.
What kind of tattoo?
You're the first person to
away?
ask to see it, and I showed it to everybody else. I did like that too, but I felt weird doing that too.
Is that a legit tattoo? Just for the record.
No. It doesn't look. It doesn't look like.
Is that a
it.
henna?
Scratch
What is
it?
it?
Is it? Do you henna it every?
No, it's a real tattoo, but I was trying to troll the troll because one, I didn't think I lost a fight. Two, it wasn't the first choice in my life to put I love this dude on my hand. So I'm like, how can I troll and flip this coin? Put the I love you on the finger that means opposite of love. And this shit's gonna wear off. So probably in another couple months, this will never took place.
How do you feel about that?
It is what it is, you know. He had it at one point, so I guess it counts. And that's all that really matters, I guess. He still had I love Jake Paul tattooed on him. That was a bet, though. He took the bet, and he's a man of his word, so I respect that.
Can you describe, like, you're actually staring at Tyron Woodley again. We're in a different locale. We're not in your hometown of Cleveland, but you have to climb this mountain. You climbed it literally 3.5 months ago, and now you have to do this over
It's a big
again.
mountain.
Yeah.
He's got big cheeks.
What is it like actually doing this again mentally for you?
Doing him again,
I said this. This whole thing.
it's exciting.
You already know.
It's exciting to get another grab of those cheeks, and I'm excited to be here in Florida. You know, sun's out, buns out.
Why? You had the line also at the press conference today. Why? Why are you focusing on that part of the anatomy?
It's just funny.
That part of the anatomy.
Yeah, it's just funny to me because everyone tries to be so tough in this sport, and I don't give a fuck. So, you know.
And I know better than the comment because we're in the cancel culture right now. Anything I say, any little gentle rebuttal back. So unfortunately, I just gotta let him go ahead and say the anatomy shit.
What's it like for you to be staring at him again? You did this already. You did this dance, and now you're looking at him again.
You know what? I think the first time around, I didn't know a lot about Jake in the ring. Nobody did because he didn't have a lot of rounds. So sparring is one thing, fighting is another thing. He fought at most 2 rounds before then. So I went in there and I had to be ready for everything. It's one thing to break down a fight of what he would do against a similar style wrestler as me. We didn't have that. One, he never fought a similar style wrestler as me. Two, there was no footage on it. There was no real sparring. There was no real shadow boxing. I didn't have shit to really bank it off of. Now I got 8 rounds of me fighting him. So I can look at what I did well. I can look at what he did well. You know what I mean? Both guys got punched. Both guys fought the 8 rounds. So now it's time to really expound upon that. And a lot of people are making like, oh, this is a last minute fight. Oh, what did you take? No, it's not a last minute fight. It's last minute for y'all. It's last minute for you guys. Like, when the fight ended and I got back into training, I was working on the things I could have did differently. I was working on things that not only for the fight against Jake, anybody I box, I needed to tighten some shit up. And I started doing that. And I was sparring, I was conditioning, I was running. So when they asked me, you know, they couldn't even really finish a statement before I was in.
What is this?
What is that?
This is the most valuable boxer belt given to me by the CEO of Most Valuable Promotions. And I think it speaks for itself.
So this was gifted to you. You had nothing to do with this.
No, I mean, the CEO of Most Valuable Promotions gave it to me.
Would that
Ain't
be
that you?
Nikisa?
That's me.
Oh, you? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
This
sure if you were
dude
referring
gifted
to
himself a
Nikisa.
belt.
No, I gave it to myself.
Okay. So you designed it? Can you tell us the inspiration?
So Alec Monopoly, he's basically, the only way to describe him is he's our generation's Picasso.
Okay.
He designed and painted it. One of his paintings sells for $200,000, $250,000. And it has the Hermes Birkin bag sewn into the side here.
Wow.
Most Valuable Boxer for Jake Paul. And then Diamond Rolex,
Wow.
Diamond Cartier as well.
You leaving them watches in there?
Yeah, leaving them in there. And this is one of many. We want to, Most Valuable Promotions, we want to give these belts to the people who we think are the most valuable.
So
And make a statement. You know, the general public doesn't know the difference between the WBC, the IBF, the WBO belts. This is something that they can universally recognize as who has the most valuable belt.
is this on the line?
No, I mean, this one's for me. You know, this
What it
is
was like-
something that I earned. This is something that I earned, not for what I'm doing, just doing in the ring. It's outside of the ring as well. For the sport as a whole, the audience that I'm bringing, my foundation, what I'm doing for Fighter Pay, all of it is what makes me one of the most valuable boxers.
Do you want this if you win?
No, I'm good.
Why?
Shit, they say for Jake Paul. I already got this dude damn fake name on my finger.
I mean, they could.
Walk around with a belt with his name on it. No, I mean, whatever it takes for him to come out there is best, because that's the Jake I want. I want the one that's his best. You know what I mean? One thing I can tell you is I'm never gonna throw bullshit out there. And I looked at his face. He want to fight. He ready to fight, and I like that. And I'm ready to fight. So
Can
we'll
we
see.
Can we see your eyes?
Oh yeah, you want to see them?
Yeah, I just feel like it'd be
Oh,
good.
cool. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, we got
Just
that.
Why do you want to see his eyes?
Just to see, like the glasses, you know, it's like a facade almost.
It's to block out the bullshit, because most of it is.
You feel like he's putting on a front?
No, I think it's just easy, you know, when they used to put on sunglasses and hide behind that versus looking your opponent in the eye.
What do you see now?
I see a guy.
Well, what do you see when you look into his eyes?
You
Ain't
know,
nothing different than the shades on.
yeah, I see his actual eyes, you know. It's good to just see that versus, you know, the shades. I like to look into his dreamy eyes, so it's like, that's all it is.
You
bro.
already edging them on.
No, I want to know
edging
why.
them on to
Sometimes
this
you hear
man.
people say, when I look into my opponent's eyes, I
That's
see
half the
fear.
reason why I'm wearing the glasses, because I know you're finna say some bullshit.
Man, this guy's an
And
experienced.
guys, he's doing the mental warfare. Guys
This-
fall into it, and that's what happened to him. I just never did that. I'm not gonna do it.
This is an experienced fighter. He's a vet. He's a 5-time UFC champion. I don't need to look into his eyes. He's not going to tell me. I know he's not scared. Why? He's not. He's a killer, you know, and that's great. I'm not going to look into his eyes. He's not going to look into my eyes and see fear, because we both don't fear any man, and that's how he was built, and that's how I was raised. So looking into his eyes is just man to man talking.
I respect that, honestly. I've looked at some guys' eyes and they wasn't ready. They were scared. They didn't want to fight, or they didn't know how to. They couldn't figure me out. When I fought Carlos Condit, Killer, I looked at his eyes. He said, "I haven't figured him out yet." He was gonna fight me, or I fought guys that looked in the eyes. They were scared, and some guys fight better out of fear, because they don't want you to fucking hit them, so they gotta hit you first. But I like fighting a guy that's best, and I think the fans deserve fighters at their best. You don't want to see Tyron Woodley washed up and can't fight, and he's fighting that version. I don't want him going out there and making excuses because it was last minute. He was trained to fight Tommy. So you guys want the best fight. That's what you pay for. This ain't really boxing, dog. This is entertainment. Boxing is a sport that we're doing, but people paying $59.99 to be fucking entertained. And the best way to entertain is two dudes that saying, fuck it. I'm going to try to fuck you up on Saturday. And I pray he going to try to do the same thing. And I really mean that. I'm not saying it because it's the smart thing to say. It's trying to say pay-per-view, but I'm going to try to fucking hurt him. I'm really going to try to. And I'm not going to stop until the fight's over with. And my gut tells me that he won't be able to take what I'm going to throw towards him. And at some point in that fight, before 8 rounds is up, he's going to be down on the ground. Whether he stay down, that's up to him.
Do you think you'll see a different Tyron Woodley than the one that you beat in August?
For sure.
Yeah?
For sure. We didn't know how the other one was going to come out, and we have a lot of adjustments to make. He's a professional fighter. He can go back with his coach, study the film, look at my flaws, and see what he could do better, and he's been training. So 100%, we're going to have a different fight, more calculated fight, you know, and the sharper man will win because we both have adjustments and we're both seeing what the other person did, and it just who made better preparations, and that's why this sport's amazing. That's why this fight is actually more amazing than the Tommy Fury fight, in my opinion, and it's exciting.
Regardless of the outcome, can you at least say that you respect this man as a fighter now because you went 8 rounds with him, he took your best shots, he weathered a storm, he stood in there with you toe to toe. Like, there was some question going into that fight, like, is he a fighter, is he not a fighter?
I never questioned that. If you go back and you look at the interviews, my first thing I said was, he's from a family of athletes. And I said, he's playing everybody with the Disney shit. I said, this will look like a fight. Go back. I said that. I said, this will look like a fight. And I trained that way. Otherwise, if it didn't go my way in the first couple rounds, you would have seen me fade. You would have seen me not take it serious like some of the other guys. But I trained. One, I didn't know what the fuck to expect, so I trained for everything. But you can see the shape I was in. You're going to see the same thing on Saturday. I'm going to look like I'm in better condition than him. I'm going to look like I'm in better shape than him. I'm going to walk him down the same fucking way. But at the end of the day, the thing that if any respect was given, I knew that he was a kid that maybe you the fucking bully that you try to whip his ass to learn a lesson. He's laughing through the ass whipping. When he took the hat, he was laughing at the end of it. I fought guys. Remember Nathan Coy? Remember all these guys you hit like zombies? They fall and they pop back up. Carlos Condit. I knew it was not going to be a first round knockout. I knew I was going to have to keep hitting this motherfucker over and over again. That's what I kind of expected out of him. This time, I feel like I'm going to get the knockout.
You said recently you're going to put the final nail in the coffin of his career. Why do you think that Saturday will be the last fight of his career?
I'm going to knock him out, and I put that on everything. I just
You must not love everything.
I know it.
I put that on my name.
I love everything, including your butt.
You're not going to knock
I love
me
it
out.
all, buddy.
You can say what you want.
Hey, actions speak louder than words. You know,
Well, we got Saturday.
Last time we sat here, you said a bunch of shit and you didn't back it up.
What I do? I said I was going to hit you with culture, and you got fucking hit with it. There's videos to prove it.
I got hit with
You
culture.
went into the
I got hit
rope.
with
You
your
should have got
fists.
the 8 count. You didn't get the count. And at the end of the day, you
Shoulda,
ran
coulda,
from me,
woulda.
dog. You ran.
Shoulda,
you
coulda,
ran
woulda.
from me.
Almost
You
only
ran,
counts in
cuz,
horseshoe
you
and
ran.
hand grenades.
You ran. When you hit me,
It's called boxing.
When you hit me, no, it's called running,
It's
motherfucker.
called boxing.
Boxing
This
is
is what-
angles and
This
motion.
is what people said about
When I
Floyd.
hit you and you
know, they
backpedaled,
criticize
you
his
run.
career.
You ain't Floyd.
the
Don't
whole
ever compare
entire
yourself
sense,
to Floyd.
running
G.
around.
When you hit me, did I
being
backpedal?
defensive.
If you're boxing and I'm boxing, we're in the same sport. When you hit me, did I back up?
Yeah, 100%.
No fucking way.
Every single time
Show
I
me
throw
one
a
time.
feint, you
Never
run
did I
across
initiate
the
a
ring,
clinch.
100%.
Never did I ever have my ropes on the. Did you ever see my ropes against the back against the ropes?
He didn't ever see his
There
ropes
was
against
no
his ropes.
moment in that fight, not one, that my back touched the rope. Never.
What does that mean, though? That doesn't mean anything in the sport
That
of
means
boxing.
that when I hit you with
in the
this
sport of
4 out
boxing,
of 10 power,
ring
you
gentlemanship
ran.
is I was in control. Ring gentlemanship is how you
Gentlemanship,
judge in
I
the
don't know what
corner.
the fuck that is.
Exactly, you don't know because you don't know about the
Ring-
sport
you
of boxing.
said ring gentlemanship.
The judges,
That's some other shit.
the judges.
Ring generalship is what was taking place on you. When you seen the back of
judges
my shorts and said dude wipes the whole
score-
fight,
the
that
judges
means your ass
score
was against the ring.
Based on who's in control of the fight. I was in control of the fight.
You was
the
in
whole
the
entire
control
time.
of running.
I was putting you where I wanted to put you and fighting in positions, engaging when I wanted to, and that's
So-
what you
so
can't
you-
sit here
you
and handle.
planned on me
You
hitting
call it
you.
running, I call it
You
boxing.
wanted me to hit you so you
call
can
it running,
fall
I call it boxing.
and fake. He wanted me to hit him. He wanted to go on the ropes. He sprung himself WWE style back into the ring. He ran from me after that on purpose. It was a game plan. I didn't know about that.
You still maintain, till this day, you won that fight, correct?
Yes.
What do you make
I
of
won
that? That he
the
thinks you
first 3
won the fight?
rounds. I allowed him to punch too much. He seemed more active. I would say he won the first 3 rounds. As honest, I would say he won the first 3 rounds. Round 4 is there's no question that I won that fight. At what point after round 4 did he ever gain the momentum? At what point after round 4 did he ever win a round? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 1, 2, 3. What are we talking about?
Do you
We're not
agree?
talking about a 10-8 round. We're not talking about a knockdown. Fuck the knockdown. It is what it is. The party kept going after that. So in my mind, of course I thought I won the fight. Would I have liked to finish it? Would I have liked to did more? Would I have liked to start it off a little bit early and not let him get this false sense of confidence in the first round? Yes, that's something I gotta hold. I gotta hold that. But do I think I want to fight? Yes. Do he probably think he want to fight? No.
Oh.
You know he didn't win a fucking fight. What the fuck is that, spinner?
Wow.
Cuz got
do
all
not-
the little razzle dazzles.
You just sound like
You don't think he won the fight. He says you don't think he won
I
the
know
What
fight.
rounds
I won the fight.
what rounds you won out
I
of
know,
4?
I know I won the
I
fight.
won
This
4,
is a guy
right?
who's living in denial.
You said 7-1. You won 7 rounds.
Yeah, 100%.
So I won 4.
And look, just
Did I win
pause,
4?
Time out, please, time out. Just let me say something for one
I
second.
got you, my bad.
Just look at the people in MMA, all of your friends
All of my
who
haters,
went on
they've been
social
haters.
media
They was never my
and said, yeah,
friends.
Tyron lost. All of them. So just take a look at that.
When were they my
We don't have to
friends?
argue, bro. We don't have to argue
Ariel,
about the past.
I was the saint of MMA. People had my back when I was a king. No, people didn't like the way I moved because I never kissed a pinky ring. That's what they didn't like. I never did what people did. I was always the first. Champ Camp was the first. Then everybody did the bullshit afterwards. They didn't like the way I moved. They didn't like the way I didn't take the fight
Well,
against
it
a guy
sounds
that
like
was
you
a
should talk to
non-champion.
a therapist
I don't
and
need
let them
to.
know
I do
your
what I do,
feelings.
and I'm here.
'Cause
You
you
don't
have a
want to
lot of
fight.
those
You don't want to
feelings
fight
pent up.
them. You want to fight me.
You should talk to
You know
a
why?
therapist
Because I'm the
about this.
5-time champion. I'm the one that was the
Well,
best in
not
the best
anymore.
division.
Not
I'm not.
anymore.
Hey, that's a part of my life. That's gone.
And you did
I
great.
don't live in.
You
I
did
don't
great.
live in the hindsight.
You did
right
great.
here, right now. Only thing I can do is right here, right now.
Yep.
And Saturday, my bro, you better pack a lunch because I'm gonna be on your fucking ass the whole time. You can run away. I'm gonna hit you every fucking
So
place
you will
your
be
body.
on my ass.
You can call it what you want. Them gloves is
I
gonna
just want
touch
to be
you.
clarify. I just want to clarify. Will
You're
you be
gonna
on my ass?
You're gonna be on your ass, and the
I'm
canvas
gonna-
is gonna be your
I
best
think
friend.
I think I'm gonna be on your ass.
The knock on Tyron in the past, I think you would agree with this because you just alluded to it, is you are not busy enough, especially in the early portion. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you think that he will be more active in the early goings of this fight?
Yeah, I hope so, and I think he will be for sure. He has $500,000 incentivized to come and knock me out early on. Whatever pace he sets.
I ain't never had a person give me so much money to whip their ass. This
You
is
know
the
what?
funniest. This
perfect
is
se-
crazy.
I'm gonna give you something else right now.
What do we
You
have?
gonna give me some more bands?
Yeah, I got a gift for you.
Wow, look at
Because
this. This
for,
is nice.
for taking the
I
fight
don't
on
even
late
know if I
notice.
should open this up.
For taking the fight on late notice, I got you a gift.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas in
Police
the
not be
spirit.
died. I'm
Should he open it?
I'm gonna wait till we get
no,
home.
we
to
gotta open it now. I
You
feel
have
like
to
it's
open
rude
it on-
not to open
yeah,
it
if you
now.
want-
Open it right now?
Yeah. Trust. It's a good gift.
Is it?
I'm
You-
taking
you
it.
got it for him?
I actually got this for him.
In the spirit of the holidays.
A spirit of holidays.
This is, you see, you're actually a good guy. People.
This nigga crazy.
What is it? What is it?
I swear I'm taking it on God.
What is
This
100%.
dude
It's a box.
nuts. He nuts. On God, he nuts.
I'm just gonna move
I,
this.
and as a gift of respect
What do
for
we have? What do we have?
everything that's
Wow,
said.
look at that.
I accept.
Is this a Rolex?
It's a Rolex.
Is it? How much would you say this costs?
Don't even. That's not
Okay,
important.
I don't know. I'm not a watch
not
guy.
It's a
important.
new generation one
And you're giving this to him? Why?
because it's time for me to knock him out.
I don't understand. Oh, I get it. Time. That was good.
I accept your gift. And all the bonuses, I accept it all.
100%.
And I'm gonna do the same thing on Saturday.
Deuce.
This dude is crazy.
You know about this watch? This
Well,
costs-
I know. Do I know about this watch? Yeah, I know about this watch. But the thing
Why
about
are you
it is,
accepting it?
why wouldn't I accept it? Shit.
It's a gift.
What?
Okay.
He
He put it in a. He put a bow
any,
on it. He wrapped it. I ain't gonna be
It's a nice
disrespectful.
bow too.
Have you ever had an opponent give you a gift like
I ain't
this?
never had an opponent do a lot of stuff this dude do. But mentally is warfare because I don't know what. You never know what to expect out of him.
But does this make you not want to beat him up? He just gave you a beautiful
He want
watch.
to get beat up. He liked the shit.
I'm sick in the
He
fucking
signed up
head.
for this fight. It's like you guys are playing on like I took the fight last minute notice. He didn't have to say yes. He could have waited and fought Tommy. Tommy is an easier fight.
That's facts.
He's not a harder puncher. His record against his opponents is. I'm not even gonna get into that. I don't want to disrespect him. I don't know him that much.
Right.
But in my mind, the reason he took the fight against Tommy originally was because I was a tougher fight. And it's probably the same or bigger payday to fight opponent, not lesser, but a less threat. Styles make fights. To somebody else, Tommy may be a tougher fight than I would be, possibly. But for this particular matchup, somebody he's already fought, he can just walk away and say, nah, I won. No matter what I say, no matter what that one judge say or anybody on the internet, he can say he beat me. And that shit right there got me here. Like fuck this. That shit was kind of funny to me. But the fucking fact he can actually say, I beat Tyron Woodley on paper, makes me fucking, why is the moon out right now? It makes me want to just fucking go crazy.
Actually, to that point,
That is odd that the moon is out.
I actually feel like there's more pressure, with all due respect, on your shoulders.
I like it though. I needed this pressure.
Do you agree with that?
I needed this pressure. It's a different pressure. He's fighting for different shit than I'm fighting for. And I don't know him that personally to even know what he's fighting for, but I can tell you it's different. And his reason is as strong as mine. And I know he's gonna make adjustments. I know he's gonna be a little bit sharper, and I'm definitely fucking sharper. So I don't know who's got more to win or more to lose, but the fact that it's both high stakes makes it better for you. That's what I say.
More pressure on your shoulders or his shoulders? You have to climb the mountain again. You have to prove that, it was legit. He, has to prove that he could beat Jake Paul. 2 losses in a row to the YouTuber, I think, is detrimental to his career, right? Would you say?
Yeah, my Google, when you Google me, it says American professional boxer now.
But I'm just saying to the
No, I know,
audience. I'm not trying to disparage. But you know
know.
what I'm saying? How they will try to diminish.
Yeah, of course. But there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders because of the amount of haters I have, the amount of people that want to see me lose, and the story I have to create here. The canvas that I'm currently painting. I'm 24 years old. A win here propels me further and further and further into this game. And I could be doing this for the next 10 years if I choose to do so. And so he's, coming to the end of his career, obviously still an incredible fighter, but I'm just starting out. And so I think a loss early on is never something you want. And that's why I feel like the pressure is more on my shoulders 100%.
As of right now, according to our good friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook, you are the favorite, minus 260. He's the underdog, plus 210. That's more than what it was going into the first fight. Is that disrespectful?
No, the only sport that's, like I said before, on paper is paper football. So I've been an underdog how many times? And actually, the times I was a favorite is the times I lost. So I don't mind being an underdog because it's good for you guys, but when people watch this fight, it's going to be people that bet on me that's going to win big.
So ultimately, you could have chose a lot of people. You could have even waited. What is the motivation here? Because you think you won the fight, you got the credit for it. To do it all over again, to beat this man again, who now has more experience in the boxing ring, what's the motivation?
A lot of things. First and foremost, just staying true to my word. I say I'll fight anybody, anytime, any place. I don't care who it is. Throw them in there. The pay-per-view is still going to be massive, whether I'm fighting Adore or if I'm fighting Tyron or if I'm fighting Tommy Fury. So I have a job to do and a business to run. And my undercard, all the fighters on it who were in training camp spending thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, I didn't want to let them down right before the holidays. The responsibility I have to the fans, to the people who bought tickets in Tampa Bay. The show must go on, and Tommy Fury is not a big enough of a fighter, someone we should care enough about to reschedule. And like I said, a lot of people want to see this. This is probably going to be a bigger event.
I would make the case, and I think a lot of people would, that you probably have improved more than he has, if only because you're younger. Since the first fight, you're younger, and there's more of an upside to grow because of the, lack of fights on your resume compared to his. It sounds like he doesn't agree with that statement. I'll get your response in a second, but is that a fair statement to make, that you probably have improved more since August than he has?
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. When you've been doing something your whole entire life, how much better can you get at it in a matter of months? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. When I've been doing this for 2 years now, every single day I get better. That's how much it is in comparison. And I had a chip on my shoulder going into this last camp thinking I was going to fight Tommy, but I was pissed off at my performance. I was pissed off I didn't get the knockout. So everything changed. I brought in a nutritionist. I switched my strength and conditioning. I started sparring more. So I've become the best version of myself that I've ever been. And last fight I had an injury going in. I was in my hometown. I got a massage on my legs the day of the fight. So I literally got in the ring and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta fight 8 rounds right now. I literally said that to myself. So I'm excited that I get an opportunity to run this back.
Why do you disagree with that?
I disagree that one, if he was pissed he didn't get the knockout, he's gonna be ever so more pissed because he's gonna get knocked out. 2, I feel as if in boxing is You got to specify just this one art. And in mixed martial arts, we get so caught up in a million punch combinations that we never gonna throw. And then coaches are not, one, they're not boxing coaches, and they're not gonna be pins and needles and point out every small detail. The things that I should have been working on, that if I was a boxer and I had more time to just focus on going into boxing, those are the things I had to work on afterwards. I didn't just jump in throwing combinations again. I had to work on basic punches, hand position, alignment, turning over, maximizing power. The small things that in MMA you cannot do and get away with because you're fast, you're strong, and you got some grit. Now, going back and picking up on those foundational things that I didn't have, that I was able to get away with, I don't know fucking how, for so many years. It made me think like, damn, if I had been doing this in MMA, I would have been fucking untouchable had I been doing it then. So I feel like increase of sparring, more sparring rounds, and more repetition on the foundation, and more just awareness, and not to have the thought of, I gotta wrestle a motherfucker, I gotta do jiu-jitsu, trying to grab my back. Everything, like the thing about boxing is, yeah, you gotta work on counter, slip, roll, jabs, you know what I mean, high, low, outside, cutting shit off. You gotta do so many different variables. And then when you get to the next level, that's when you start seeing all the crazy shit happen. But I did not have a chance to just focus on punching in MMA. I had to do everything. And you know what I started off? I was a wrestler. So when shit got hairy, it was a double leg. You was getting slammed. If I felt like you was finna get spicy after I threw punches, I took you down. I didn't have that option in this fight. I didn't have that option when we was in the clinch to throw him with a lateral drop or inside trip him or drop an elbow from close range. That's in my mind. So I really had to deprogram that. You can't do that in one training camp. So the ability to call my shot, oh, coach, that was enough. I was able to do that. My boxing coaches in the past, we do rounds and I would get tired and I would keep pushing, And then when I feel like, oh, that's enough, it don't matter what I think is enough. I'm doing the time. I'm doing what's on that sheet and we getting it done.
What grade would you give him for his first fight, his first boxing fight? What would you give him?
I thought it was a version of Tyron that was better than a lot of the times he fought in the UFC. At least from a conditioning standpoint, I felt like he was more motivated in his camp, and he came out a lot harder, and he was taking shots. He did good. He did good.
This is nice.
Honestly.
Compliments.
I know. I don't know what to take it, man. See, it's just be the mental warfare that you don't never know about.
The gifts. How about you give
why I
him
put
a
my
compliment?
glasses
What
on.
about the fit today?
He had on a shirt today.
Yeah.
He had on a lot of clothes. He had on the mask. Last time he
mask.
had no shirt on.
Right.
This time he had on too much clothes. But you know what I mean.
What about the
I don't
pants?
ever question people's drip.
Pants, you like them?
Drip. His drip is his drip.
What's the inspiration?
For
The look today. Is there an inspiration?
just my style, just vibing out, you know. Got the ski mask sort of vibe going on because I'm just here to rob the bank and move on to the next opponent in 2022.
Do you already have that name in mind?
I don't. I really don't know who it is going to be.
I feel like I know who your next opponent is because you bring up this person all the time. I listen to all your interviews I watch, because I'm trying to keep up with everything you're saying. And I've always wanted to ask him this, and so I'll do it now. Every time you do an interview, including in the ring after the fight back in August, you always mention the dentist. You notice that? Why do you always talk about the dentist? Why is this such a big thing for you?
It's sort of an analogy to show people that I've sacrificed everything to just be in the gym 24/7. I haven't even had time to go to a doctor or to go to a dentist appointment because all I'm doing is 2-a-days, sparring, training, back-to-back fights, 4 massive pay-per-views with all this media, all of this show in 13 months. The only person that's doing that as actively is Canelo. And so it's sort of just an analogy to show people like how much I've sacrificed into this.
Do you respect his hustle?
I did
his
that.
grind?
I know what it's like.
You're not impressed?
Nah, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. I fought 4 world title fights and defended 4 times in 1 year. It's a lot, and people don't understand the mentality to always be on and always be ready and still show and perform because people want to see it. Like I told you, it's entertainment. They don't give a fuck if you did an interview 5 minutes ago. They don't care if you never got no sleep. They want to see you show up and give them a show. Give me a show. I've been working all week. I've been fucking flipping burgers. I've been fucking sorting mail. I've been doing legal stuff. Whatever you do on Saturday night, I want you to entertain me. I don't care if you did 1 million interviews or if you got personal problems. Nobody cares. So I understand it, but it's what we do. It's what we sign up for. If you want to be a fighter and it's the fight game, that's what we do. You don't get breaks because you only got a small window to get this shit done.
If he beats you, if he knocks you
When?
out and gets that, when he beats you, excuse me, Is there a chance you don't fight again?
I won't answer that question.
Why?
It just doesn't
He'll fight
compute.
again.
It doesn't compute.
He too
in
much
me.
of a damn bonehead not to. He gonna fight again.
Doesn't compute. System malfunction.
You're losing Saturday,
Can't
bro.
lose.
Deal
Can't
with
lose.
it.
Don't know
So
about
I'm thinking
that word.
about it. It's
Don't
better.
know.
It's better to sort reality because I don't want you to break down.
Here's the thing. You can.
Because I don't want you to just go through this state of depression. I want you to really recognize you are going to lose on Saturday.
How can I
you
lose?
to deal with
How
that.
can I lose?
I want you to really deal
how
with
can I
that.
lose when I've made more money than any NBA or NFL player this
I'm not
year?
saying you're going to lose money.
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying you're going to lose in life.
There's no way for me to lose here.
In terms of the actual
Just
fight, though,
anything. Just anything.
you're still winning, regardless of the outcome.
Even in sparring, if I spar a world champion and I lose, you don't lose. You either win or learn. That's it.
Some learning going to happen.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. If you don't win,
He's trying to get to the point. Are you going to learn? If you learn on Saturday, will you keep learning?
You
or will
still
keep-
learn when you win, so I plan on winning. So I'm gonna learn from my mistakes, even that I make in the ring upon winning. This is what I did last time. I still won, but I went and learned. So, however you guys want to slice it, the only outcome here is me winning.
if you don't get the W on
I'm getting
Saturday,
it.
is there a chance this is your last fight? Like, is there that kind of pressure?
There's not that kind of pressure. One, I'm going to win.
Because
Two,
he
it's
says
not
he's
that
gonna
kind of
retire
pressure.
you.
Nobody can retire me but me. Nobody know my future. Nobody knows what I got in stake. Nobody. I don't know his. I can't speak for him and say he's gonna retire. One, he's too young to fucking retire. And if he really want to be a boxer, this is a part of the fucking game. I'm going to issue him his first loss. It's going to happen. It's going to happen on Saturday. And the thought process of me losing is one that's not going to happen.
You expect to see a different type of attack from him,
This
a different
is
type
going
of
to be a
game
fucking
plan?
fight.
You think it's gonna
I
be more of
feel
a
it.
brawl?
No, it's going to be a fight. A brawl is sloppy sounding
Right.
to me.
So you think you'll see a different kind of attack from him?
I don't know, but I think it's gonna be a fight. That's what
It
I do best.
definitely
Though.
will be a fight.
That's what I do best.
That's
Robbie Lawler
that's
was
why
a
we're
fight.
here.
Carlos was a
Is
fight.
for a fight.
Till was a fight.
That's a fight.
needed
I mean,
that.
they're really all fights. That's how you would define it
Sometimes it's a
in its
competition.
most simplest form.
Right.
It is a fight.
Are you fighting for the MMA community? Are you fighting to represent them to get the W that has eluded them against this man?
No.
Why not?
Why?
Because
Why do I
the
need
MMA
to? I'm
community-
fighting for myself. I'm fighting for my last name. I'm fighting for my family. I'm fighting because I should beat him because I'm capable. I should beat him because God gave me the gifts to be able to do this. I should do it because I'm at my best right now. And a lot of people didn't expect me at damn near 40 years old to look the way I did the last time. And I'm telling you, I'm going to look better. So that's why I'm going to be him. The MMA community and the fans, I appreciate you. I love you. I would not be here without them. But when you take on extra stress or fighting for this and fighting for that and fighting for that, it's already a fight. Fight for me. And then if I win, when I win, everybody that wants to rally off of this, and we're in a fucking society of clout. Everybody want to piggyback. Oh, I know him, and look at this picture we took together the same week of the fight. Like, people do that shit. If that makes you rile up and that gets you pumped up, then so be it. But if I fight for me, I can control that. One person, one thing. Not even my kids, not even my family. I'm fighting for me on Saturday. I need this win because I have been taking lessons against people that I should not have been taking lessons against. No disrespect. But I'm a fucking savage. That's what God put me here to do. I'm built for war. I've been fighting my whole life. Street, gym, boxing, wrestling. I've always been in fights. So why? This is what I do. Do I want to fight against him? The fuck? I'm going to forget about fighting for 30 years? No, it's in my body. It's in my DNA. So that's what I'm fighting for. So no disrespect to the MMA community. I really didn't fucking have my back. Like, let's be real.
Throughout your career?
Throughout my career, I was the number one rising star. And out of all the sport, I was the number one everybody said, watch out for. He's going to be a champion. Then I was a brawler. Then I was a knockout artist. Then I was born. Then I was a sleeping bag. Then I went back to a knockout artist. Tomorrow, the next newspaper may say something different about you. I can't fight for the days. I never seen the days. I don't put food in their mouth. Put food in my kids' mouth, my family. That's what I'm striving for, greatness and mastery. I'm an artist, a complete artist. Whatever canvas I want to paint on, that's what the fuck I'm going to paint on. That's what I'm fighting for. So I don't take on that extra pressure, man. I'm breathing easy. I ain't cutting a lot of dumbass weight like I used to do. I'm chilling. I'm training fucking hard. I'm ready. I'm motivated. I'm mentally wired. And Saturday night, man, all I see is a fucking dominant performance. Me just going out there and people like, fuck, I counted this dude out. Shit. I'm gonna remind a lot of people on Saturday of what I'm capable of.
You seemed locked in.
I'm locked in.
I mean,
I've been locked in. I've
you
been
believe
locked
it?
in.
Yeah, I do. I believe it.
I feel like you checked out there for a second though. You were kind of
Well,
looking off.
no. Yeah, I have ADD.
Okay.
And so it's actually a problem that I deal with. But yeah, it was a lot, and I lose focus. That's why I was never good in school. But yeah.
How do you sit here during these interviews?
I believe him when he says that. You know, and I think he believes himself. But it doesn't matter. You know, all things said and whatever the beliefs are, the truth will come out in the ring, and that's the beauty of this sport, and that's why I'm so excited for Saturday, is to just let action speak, and he believes what he believes, I believe what I believe, and then there's the truth.
You think the MMA community is rooting for you to beat him because of the contentious relationship?
Absolutely not.
Okay, you don't think so?
No, why would they?
Well, because as he said, he had a contentious relationship with them over the years.
Maybe, that doesn't mean they want to see him lose, though. I think they would want one of their own to succeed here, and they most certainly want me to shut up, and they don't want me to keep on going, taking out Diaz or McGregor or Usman or whoever's next. They want to end this run. A lot of people want to see this run ended, and so why would they root for me? I'm sure there's some of them, but not the majority.
You had a great post just a couple of days ago on your Instagram about why you're fighting for not only yourself, but for your dog and for your girlfriend and for your family, your mom, your dad, your brother. That's putting a lot on a young man's shoulders. You should be, some might say, just fight for yourself. Why are you fighting for all these people and all these entities?
Because I feel like they all need me to fight for them. I feel like we've gone through a lot as a family, and personally, my brother's gone through a lot, and that's why I carry that weight into the ring, and that's why I am who I am, and why I'm so tough in the ring. And I just feel so much responsibility to fight for people, content creators, the kids who never had shit, to fight against bullying, to get my message out there. I like that. That's what motivates me in the gym, is this movement being greater than just myself, and a win showing the young little Johnny out there that no matter how crazy his dreams might be, that he can actually accomplish them. And I like to fight with all that pressure because it motivates me more in training, and it motivates me more in the ring when shit gets tough, because it gets tough.
We wrapping out to the ring on Saturday? What are we doing? What do you got for us?
Let's see.
What did you think of the walkout last time? Did you like it?
I didn't get to see it.
You were in the back?
I was
You didn't
getting
watch it on
ready.
the broadcast?
There was no TV. I was getting ready to go
No,
up into the tunnel.
Oh,
I only watched it one time, and I just put it right to the fight.
Are you a fan of his music?
We've been very respectful here,
Okay.
and
You could say something nice about it if you want to stay that way.
Yeah, we being very respectful.
I think what you should do is work for another year and then put out a song. I put out music because I was just super excited about it. I've been in your shoes, when it's too early to put out a song versus working on it a little bit more. But that's all I'm saying. But hey, if he wants to go get it, then he's going to go get it. And there's, again, no one who could stop him. And he has a bigger name than most rappers. So all it takes is one hit.
Do you have something special planned? You had the shorts last time with the LED.
I got the most expensive fight shorts that will ever be in a boxing ring.
Really? How much?
They'll be worth like 1.2 mil.
Wow, what makes them so expensive?
You'll see.
Is there a Pokemon card on it?
Nah.
Nothing like that?
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
Next time.
1.2 mil shorts.
Good for him.
All right. Prediction?
Knockout.
Early?
Knockout.
That's it. Doesn't matter. So if you win by decision, it's a disappointment?
It's not a disappointment, but I'm going for the knockout. I feel like it's going to be a knockout. I don't know when the opening is going to come, but I know when I see it, I'm going. That's on him when I see the opening.
You have felt his power. Is that even in the realm of possibility in your mind?
It is not.
You are not afraid of this?
Not at all.
Not worried
I
about
welcome it. I want him to
It's
hit
coming
me.
towards you.
Yeah,
It's great
no,
that you welcome it.
that's what you should. That's
Great-
what you
it's
should
great
be
that you
doing.
welcome
I welcome the punches, you know, and this fight will be very different. And then that was a lucky shot, so we'll see if he can get lucky again. But again,
My eyes was wide open. Look at the video.
again,
Every shot you threw, your eyes was closed. You said I was going to do that. He was ducking and swatting and swinging. I was looking at his eyes.
again, hit me with the shot, hit me with your best shot, and I'm gonna keep on coming.
Your official prediction?
Inside 5 rounds, knockout.
Inside, so he's a lot more specific than you are.
Sounds good to try to mystically predict. I'm just real. I don't know when the fuck. If they first round, 8th round, I don't care as long as I get it done.
And will you be disappointed if it goes the distance, but you still get the W?
Yes, I'll be very disappointed.
He's gonna be disappointed regardless.
All right. I can't wait, guys.
Yeah.
This has been fun. Crazy thing is, let's just say, I know no one wants to talk about the if scenario, but we could be right back here in 4 months for
Jesus
the trilogy.
fucking Christ, man. Let's hope not.
Showtime pay-per-view, Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley II, this Saturday, Amalie Arena, Tampa. Get it right now on Showtime pay-per-view. It's been fun, guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
I appreciate it. Good luck to you both on Saturday
Yeah.
night.